get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I'm drinking on my usual Crown Royal Vanilla mixed with Dr. Pepper Cream Soda. I hope you guys had a great week and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of things that's been going on last week or so. First off, I just want to start off saying I'm happy that my Steelers are 2-1 right now. Got a chance to, really take the division. I mean, I know it's up in the air right now. You got the Bengals, Browns, Ravens, and the Steelers, but it's a good chance that we could take the division. So all the Steelers fans like me, y'all know how I feel. It's up in the air, so we'll see how it goes. Speaking with football, we got to start with this first topic. A new couple, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. If y'all haven't seen the last game, Taylor Swift was at the Chiefs game, sitting next to Travis Kelce's parents, and of course, they was showing her and everything. Taylor Swift is a huge pop star. She a pop star. We could debate country star or whatever, but she's really a pop star. Let's just call it what it is. Yeah, she got to start hitting country music, but she's beyond that point. She's a pop star. Travis Kelce is one of the top. He's basically top 2 or 3 tight ends in the league. All right, 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's just one of the best tight ends in the league. All right. So they have been they're together, newly together and everything like that, I guess. But it's been a lot of backlash to this relationship. You have a lot of people out there basically saying that Travis Kelce downgraded from who he was previously with to Taylor Swift. And for me, I just feel like that's far from the truth. I don't think he downgraded, because here's the thing. People, they go, they get in relationships and everything like that. I don't see what was so bad about Travis Kelce. His situation with Taylor Swift, maybe they didn't want to see those two together. Me personally, I don't know. But his ex, and this is why they say he downgraded. His ex is the beautiful Maya Benberry. She very, very beautiful and everything like that. But and she's been talking about him in the news as well. Stuff like that. So maybe she kind of hurt. But a lot of people, they want to bring this upgrade, downgrade thing to this particular situation. It's kind of like hypocritical in the sense that, with him, let's just be honest, okay? Taylor Swift has way more money than Travis Kelce. Now, I'm just saying, and here's the thing. Travis Kelce is making money, all right? Let me see what his contract is, but he is making money. He ain't got to take care of nobody. especially Taylor Swift. If anything, Taylor Swift gonna be taking care of him. All right. So, but when people say he downgraded, it was basically because uh he went from Maya to Taylor, I think based on the looks department. And which I find kind of very hypocritical with some people because let's just be honest, some of y'all will leave a dude who making a decent amount of money, you know, he ain't like rich or wealthy, but he's making a decent amount of money. And y'all will leave him for a guy that makes 7 to 8 figures, but he ugly as hell. That's just my opinion, right? Or matter of fact, we have seen it. We have seen it. We have seen women who will basically leave a guy, making a good living. No, he's a good dude. He has great character. You don't have to worry about him getting in type of trouble or anything like that. But you will leave him for an ugly dude that's, got 7, 8, 9 figures, 10 figures, however much, has all the luxury cars, has the nice mansion and all that stuff. But y'all want to talk about upgrading. Is all upgrades a good upgrade? That's a question. But with that being said, a lot of us don't know the situation between Travis Kelce and his ex. We just know that a lot of times when you see athletes and entertainers, they're in relationships and a lot of times they move on, they go on to the next. To be honest with you, I don't think this relationship is going to last very long between the two because, one, these are two really famous people, all right? Two really famous people. And, they have, careers. Maybe they're trying to be like the next Sierra and Russell Wilson. Maybe, right? Maybe. No, Taylor Swift is still, I mean, she got her thing going on right now, right? She has a thing going on right now. And I just think that this particular uh this particular relationship is new, but I don't see I don't see this relationship lasting very long. I just don't. Um and we possibly will never know why. If they I'm not gonna say I could say if and when they break up, I don't see what's gonna happen or how they're gonna tell us. People gonna speculate. That's what people do because they ain't got shit else better to do but to speculate things because they life suck. So I just think that it's just it's something to give the news outlets to talk about. People who are a fan of football or a fan of um music, especially like the who are a fan of Taylor Swift, get them something to talk about. But they brought up the racial thing. He left a black woman for a white woman. It's like, I mean, listen, you choose who you want to date. So be it. Ain't none of my concern. Only thing I know is this, right? As long as he's performing on the football field, who cares? As long as he's not doing anything illegal, who cares? All right. It's his life. Let him be happy. He had, he had the ex, let that be in the past. He's on to the present, working on the future. That's the way I look at it. And here's the thing. When people say he downgraded, like, y'all tell me exactly how he downgraded, right? Because here's the thing. I know a lot of dudes out there that will leave their wives for Oprah Winfrey, and we know why. You know what I mean? Gold digging is just is another term for capitalism. It's one of the other terms for capitalism. All right, that's the way I see it. So if women can do it, so can men. And let me see, what is Taylor Swift's net worth? So Taylor Swift's can't talk. Taylor Swift's net worth is it's like 600 million. So, Taylor Swift, she's a beautiful woman, not my type, but she's beautiful and things like that. And they said she has an annual salary of $150 million. I mean, listen, what y'all gotta tell me y'all definition of upgrade. Cause I look at this and I'm saying like, you know, 600 million compared to, let me see. We're gonna figure this out. Do they even have a net worth on here? Well, they said her net worth is like some like $1.5 million. 1 million to $1.5 million. No, pretty good, but it's not 600 million with a $150 million annual salary. So that to me, that's a really big jump. And not only that, but Travis Kelce's jersey sales then shot through the roof, right? I mean, like, just soon he's got with Taylor Swift. It's like, so who knows? This could be a real thing. It could be a business thing. We don't know about it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this relationship. Y'all also let me know how long y'all think it's gonna last. Me personally, it might last for a little while, but not as long as it's not gonna last long. But I think it will last for a little while. So that's just my opinion when it comes to this particular relationship. And you know what? You should be happy for people. I mean, people go through things. They try to find happiness. They trying to find love. So you never know. Only thing I would say is to Taylor Swift, if y'all break up, if or when y'all break up, please don't write a song about it. Please don't use this as another way to write hits. You're a talented artist. You're a talented writer, and yeah, please don't do that. I'm be the one to say we all kind of tired of hearing heartbreak. Just my opinion. All right, y'all. So we gotta get into this next topic. We're gonna stick with sports, but we are going to move to the NBA. And the big news coming out the NBA is one Damian Lillard. Dame time. Damian Lillard, who is was voted last season as a top 75 player. Some people said, he was on the Frenches, people like, all right, yeah, Damian Lillard's top 75. It was kind of like between him, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson felt like he should have been on there, and rightfully so. Um, but Damian Lillard is a top 75 player, and he has been traded. He has got his wish to go play for a contender. Now, a lot of people will say, "Well, who's he playing for now?" He's always been wanting to go to Miami, right? He wanted to go to Miami, but guess what? He ain't going to Miami. He is going to Milwaukee to team up with Giannis Antetokounmpo, and of course, you have Chris Middleton that's still there. Brooke Lopez is was it Brooke? Yeah, Brooke Lopez. Uh, Bobby Portis Jr. Um, yeah, Brooke Lopez. You got a twin brother, Robin Lopez, pretty good player. But you got, I mean, basically you got Giannis. You got who is to me the best player in the league, probably the best player in the world, if you ask me. I mean, this guy can do everything, and he's a two-way player, which I like. I like two-way players. I like a guy who could lead the team in offense, but also anchor them on defense. So defensively, I think they're still gonna be great. Um, they still have Bobby Portis Jr. They still have Brooke Lopez. That front line is going to be crazy. I mean, they were good last year, but now you add more offensive power with Damian Lillard, who could come in and a guy that now you give Giannis spacing, but you also give him more rest to where he could do damage like in less time, right? What do I mean by that? So this is what I mean. When y'all think about when Kevin Durant went to Golden State, right? He wanted to play in that system because that system fits his style of play. When he got there, have you ever noticed a lot of these players didn't play no more than like 30 minutes a night? But yeah, they were still putting up crazy numbers, because let's just be honest, when they got Kevin Durant, they pretty much had to trade Harrison Barnes, who won a championship with Golden State. Then you bring in Kevin Durant. Then after he left, of course, Andrew Wiggins came in and they won a championship. That's why they have total 5 in their history, but 4, over the last several years. To me, this is going to give Giannis hope that he's going to, they're going to win another championship. I believe they will. We don't know if it's going to be this coming up season, but I think next season, I think they would definitely have a shot at it. I think, to me personally, they will win the championship. It's a matter of when, not if, but I think it's going to be when. Because what you have is you still have the core together, right? You still have these guys who've been playing together for, a few years, and they've won championships together. You think about Giannis, Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis Jr., Brook Lopez. And you had guys who are seasoned veterans, right? Pat Connaughton, he's still on the team, really good player, guy that could spread the floor for your team and everything like that. They still got Jay Crowder, which I don't know why Mike Budenholzer didn't play him as much. I think that's BS. That's why he's out. That's why they got the new coach in. And this is why you're going to bring it. That's why you have Jay Crowder on the team. So, no, right there, that's about 7 guys deep. Because usually you go in the NBA, you go around 7 to maybe 9 guys deep. If you can go 9 guys deep, that's really good. And but you add Damian Lillard to the mix, a guy who could create his own shot, who could get others involved like Giannis, but also a guy that could close, nice. Because you gotta remember, it was really Chris Middleton who was their closer, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, he did a really good job closing. We all know you give him that ball in that sweet spot, you let him go to work, he's gonna close the show. Now, this will give Chris Middleton some more time, to get back to where he was, as a player. You got Giannis, who don't have to do everything by himself. And not only that, the pick and roll game between Damian Lillard, Giannis, it's going to be crazy, right? It's going to be crazy because really you can't double. You're going to have to switch, right? And you got to think about all the mismatches this team is going to have, right? People forget Brook Lopez could stretch you out. And if he gets in that post, he got some good post moves. Bobby Portis Jr. same way. And you got to think this front line going to crash some boards. So you have that. Of course, they're bringing in a new coach, so they're going to have a different system. But I think their system is going to be way better than what Mike Budenholzer did, because it was just basically give Giannis the ball, spread out, let him penetrate, stuff like that. Now you really can't do that. Now I think you're going to get more of a better offense, more fluid offense, especially with Damian Lillard there, because, man, you don't know exactly. Like when you talk about pick and rolls, right? A lot of times people automatically go to like Lillard and Giannis, rightfully so. But then you got Chris Middleton who could step up like, oh, we're gonna do this pick and roll with. We want to get this mismatch with Chris Middleton, in that post, let him do him. Or you can say, hey, Brook Lopez, same thing. Bobby Portis Jr., same thing. So they're gonna create mismatches all over. And of course, Vegas has them as the favorites to win the championship, rightfully so. I think the only team in the East I think is going to be able to compete with them is the Boston Celtics. We'll see how that goes. Now, a lot of people were talking about Drew Holiday, which he's in terms of like no wing defenders, out there, he is probably the best, right? I mean, shutdown defender, a guy who can score. I mean, he has shown that he can score, not consistently, like give you those type of numbers consistently, like a big night and stuff like that. But when he's on fire, he's on fire. Uh, they basically had to trade him in order to get Damian Lillard, and not only that, but the Phoenix Suns was also part of this package because there was a lot of talks about Toronto Raptors. They got involved. Miami Heat pretty much overplayed. They played themselves, right? Because that's where he wanted to go. You didn't want to give up certain assets. You were taking too long, so they like, all right, we're gonna ship him to Milwaukee. In my opinion, that's a better fit for him because now you got a guy. No, you got players who are proven, not just one guy. People forget. People talking about Giannis, but you got players who are proven that they could go out and win the championship, right? You got and you got Jay Crowder, who was proven he could get to the finals. He played in the finals against the Bucks when he was in Phoenix. So, and he's been like deep into the playoffs. So when you have that experience and you bringing the guy on, and people forget Damian Lillard also played in the Western Conference Finals, right? He ain't been back in like several years, but he's been there before. So now you have a situation where you plug in Damian Lillard to where when it comes to basketball, it's really about talent, right? But now you add in a different system. And I'm gonna say this: it's gonna take them some time to get used to playing in this new system. When you bring in a new coach, you bring in a new system. But Lillard's old head coach from Portland for like 9 seasons, he's the lead assistant, Terry Stotts, for the Milwaukee Bucks. So now you got a familiar face there to where like, okay, this guy knows me. He knows what I like and this and that. You can incorporate all of that. And I think Damian Lillard will go into the situation knowing this is Giannis' team. But that doesn't mean it can't be Dame time when it's Dame time. And I think he's going to relish in that because now the opportunities both of these guys going to get. Matter of fact, not only that, but when you think about Chris Middleton, the opportunities he's going to get, right? When you think about Brooke Lopez, Bobby Portis Jr., even Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder he's a 3-and-D guy, right? He can still spread the floor, play that tough defense, which make up the fact that Drew Holiday left. It's going to give them, what they really need right now, and I think they are the favorites to come out the East. The thing is, where's Drew Holiday going to end up? Because Portland, they're not going to hold on to him. I think that he's going to go to a contender. We're going to see where he goes. I mean, there's a lot of teams that wanted Drew Holiday, and rightfully so. I mean, he's a proven champion, one of the best defenders in the league, right? And he's a leader on and off the court. That's what you want in your locker room. So we'll see what happens with that. There's been a lot of talks, him possibly going to Boston, go to Boston. It's going to be real good for Boston. Possibly Miami, Philly. I know Philly going to try to desperately trying to get him because, Philly needs a lot. Philly needs a lot, in my opinion. They need a lot, or they're just going to have to blow it up. Who knows? Oh, excuse me. Hey, Brooke Lopez the same age as me? I'm looking at this. I saw this. Brooke Lopez is 35, same age as me. Good gracious. I didn't know that. What's his birthday? Yo, I'm 7 days older than Brooke Lopez. Brooke and Robert Lopez. Good. I didn't know that. That's crazy. So, uh, this is gonna be a fun season to watch, and I'm gonna keep a close eye to the Milwaukee Bucks. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about this trade. y'all tell me how y'all feel about this upcoming season. You got new faces in new places. Which teams could be a threat to who? Who's going to be a surprise team? Who you think is going to be the most disappointing team? Y'all please comment below, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that because, in my opinion, I believe that uh, the Bucks are the favorite right now. And I know a lot of people talking about what is year one. We saw what happened in year one. Usually don't work out. Well, here's the thing. When people they bring up Kawhi Leonard, right? What he did is one and only season in Toronto. Let's not forget, all right, he made a shot. Was it a lucky bounce? Yes. Let's not act like if the Warriors was fully healthy, that Toronto team was beating that Warriors team. Let's just throw that out the way right now. The same way y'all did Steph Curry when he won his first championship, that same way y'all did Steph Curry when he won his first championship. Oh, they didn't have Kyrie, they didn't have Kevin Love. Y'all better do the same thing with that man. So, and with this team, like I said, you pretty much kept your core, which is very important because usually a player like Damian Lillard, you just give him the whole mansion. Like, hey, we give you all of this, all of our mansions for this guy. And, you could tell they really didn't want to part ways. But in the business of basketball, you have an expired contract coming up. It's good for business and everything like that. You get a player to keep Giannis happy, right? That's the number one priority. Can you keep Giannis happy? And Giannis played his hand. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to be committed to y'all because I don't know if y'all committed to winning. Are y'all dissatisfied with this one championship I brought? I'm trying to win multiple championships. And I think this is the move to do it. You got the pieces around you. I think they will. In terms of the depth at the guard spots outside of Damian Lillard, I think they will get some guys out there that could just fill a role because you don't need them to score. You just need guys who's going to play with effort. That's what you need, and I think they're going to get that. And I would say right now the Bucks are right now the favorite to win. Not only the East, but I think they'll be the favorite to win the championship. Um, I think the East is a two-team race between the Bucks and the Celtics. I don't think we're gonna have any surprises coming out the East. The Bucks probably would have made it if Giannis really didn't get hurt. Bobby Portis, not Bobby Portis, but Chris Middleton. He wasn't himself. So when everybody is healthy, I think it's a two-team race in the East. The West, that's still up in the air for me because I still got to give the nod to the Nuggets because they still pretty much have their pieces. They tasted the championship, so they know what it takes to win a championship. But I like what the Lakers did. I like the Suns. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Their depth is a big question mark. The Warriors, quietly, you never know what they're gonna bring out. What's gonna happen with that team? So we'll see. In the biggest question mark out the West is the Clippers. Uh, again, man, can they two best players stay healthy all season long? So we'll see. So that's just my opinion on this trade. Of course, there's gonna be more stuff coming. Out this league. We know the preseason is gonna start uh soon. Season's gonna start soon as well. So it's a lot going on, man. You got the NFL, and then you got the NBA starting, man. It's a lot. Uh, Major League Baseball, we're going into October, so y'all know what that means. So it's a lot. It's a lot of sports going on one time. If you're a sports fan like I am, you're kind of excited at this time of the year. So y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this Bucks team right now, and stuff like that. And don't be biased. I know a lot of teams who cheer for a certain team because of the city. But if you're just truly a fan of basketball, y'all please tell me how y'all feel about this Bucks trade. And yeah, man. And let me know if y'all interested to see them play. Because I know I am. Because you want to see how this turns out. All right. Um, that's pretty much about it that what I have right now. I know I'm gonna be tuning in this week. to the USC Colorado game. We'll see how that is. We'll see how Colorado's going to respond after that embarrassing loss to Oregon, which to me did not shock me because, listen, we know Colorado is going to take them pretty much like another year or two to get that offensive line and defensive line. That's really where you win games at. Get that situated. Yeah, I think they'd be all right. I think you see the talent there. You know, Deion said we 7 to 8 dogs away. So we'll see how that goes. All right, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure y'all subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. New episodes are uploaded every Friday. Y'all could watch it here on YouTube, or you can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Just support, man. Support. Tell your friends and family about it. Until next time, I'm Darius from Drinking After Dark podcast, and I'm out. Peace.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.